What's up, y'all? Welcome back to J Crafts Let's Play. Last episode we were able to finish our skeleton farm, and as you can see, it turned out pretty nicely in my opinion. But in this episode, our goal is to get rich and start on our actual base. Yeah, but you already know, first order of business is to actually find a cave to mine in. And this task was pretty hard because we mined through pretty much every cave in this area. I completely forgot to get materials and stuff to actually go mining, and of course I forgot to get rid of some stuff in my inventory, so let's go handle that. Now finally we can move on to the next step, and that's finding an actual cave to mine in. And like I said before, we pretty much mine through every cave in this area. If I have to go too far out for a cave, I'm probably just going to strip mine, but either way the goal is to get rich no matter what method we use to get diamonds. But now thinking of it, I'm probably just going to strip mine. Yeah, strip mine it is. Well, it's time for a time lapse.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, a cave. Surely there's a diamond in here, right? Just one. Just need one diamond. By the way, I'm the best sniper in Minecraft. Look at that. Pow! Do y'all need another one? Because I can show y'all another one. Because he's dead right there. Pink. Told y'all, best sniper. But all jokes aside, in this big cave, I have not found not one diamond. There should be diamonds over here. I mean, we're at diamond level, right? And this is a pretty open and big cave. But just not one diamond. You know what? I'm just going to give up and go back to strip mining. Seems like the best possibility. Man, do I tell y'all, strip mining is easily one of the best ways to mine. Because if we take a look at my inventory, boy, that's a lot of diamonds right there. Before we mine it, let me just put the other stuff in the chest. Tell me I'm not Jeff Bezos. Please, somebody tell me. Because I am. Time skip to daytime because the phantoms were scaring me real bad. But anyways, it's time to see how rich I really am. Comment down below how many diamonds you think this is. And if you get it right, congratulations, you get a high five. Now let's see, whoever guessed a stack and 61 diamonds, you were correct. Good job. But without further ado, it's time to make it rain. Like after all parties, you have to clean up the mess after you have a good time, guys. Always remember that. But now it's time to put these diamonds away and get focused on what we really came here for. Or what y'all came here for. Which is starting on our main base. Or otherwise, we could call it a mega base because, like I told y'all before, everything I build is pretty much going to be huge. After we built that skeleton farm, I kind of made a decision to change the cave that we're making our base. So all the work we did in the last episode to actually start our base was basically for nothing. But with the new spot I chose, which is the spot next to the skeleton farm, it's a larger area with lots of room to do cool builds. So I'm actually kind of excited to start our main base. It's going to be one of my best builds. I had totally forgot that I had 4 diamonds for mining out the skeleton farm. So that means we officially have 2 stacks of diamonds. I think this makes me Minecraft rich. Hey. But anyway, I guess let's see how much diamonds we get from this. I mean, yeah, 2 stacks and 2 diamonds. I have the most drip and I'm the richest Minecrafter. Hey. If y'all were wondering how I get in and out my skeleton farm, It's a very, very ghetto way. I just mine down. But this, trust, will not last forever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a better way to get in and out of this place sooner. But hey, gotta work with what I got, right? But anyway, I want to take care of a few enchantments before I start our main base. So let's kill a couple skellies. Finally managed to get enough XP. And I think I'm gonna start with enchanting a new sword because I was never really a fan of this one. Gotta place the grindstone down. Now it's time to enchant this sword. And I hope I get something better than the last one. All I'm really asking for is a looting and fire aspect. So hopefully I could get it on the first. Alright. That's a good sign. Now we just gotta see if we get anything else good with it. So I mean, had a brilliant idea to combine this sword with my other sword, but I do need an anvil, so I'm smelting up iron right here. I believe I need 4 iron blocks. Wait, nah, it's 3 iron blocks and then 4 regular iron. So I'm gonna snag one from over here, which should make it enough, right? Yep, we can make one. Now I gotta find a place to put this thing, and I'm just gonna place it right here. Let's see. Switch that around. I thought it would be cheaper than this. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some XP and then we can start on our starter base. So this is the cave that I want to actually start building our real base in. It's just right above our skeleton farm, so it's really convenient because I would hate to have to go across that huge forest every time I need XP. But before I move on, do y'all not see these sniping skills? I'm telling y'all, I'm the best sniper in Minecraft. Now the first plan of action is to completely replicate what we had going on in the other cave with one big island in the middle and then smaller islands surrounding it. Definitely going to be a tedious task, but we have to start by clearing out this area. So let me do that first. Now that we finished digging out a big enough area for us to format what we really want to do to start our base, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the main island. This type of thing is important because when things look out of place, it can really mess up your builds. I went ahead and kind of started on our... I hate these things. But yeah, I started really formatting how big I want the main island to be. And I'm already knowing I'm going to have to do some serious terraforming to make this thing look good. And it's going to start with me taking down this huge pillar and everything around it. So let's get straight into it. So this is about as big as I want the circle to be. And keep in mind, I still need room around the circle to build the floating islands around it. So let's just say, I'm probably going to spend more time mining than building this actual thing. But regardless, if it turns out good, it'll all honestly be worth it. I finished mining everything out and placing where the other islands outside the main island is going to go. Now all what's next is to mine the floor down to literally the bottom of the cave. And if you see how big of a space we have to mine out, yeah, this isn't going to be an easy task at all. But regardless, we're here to make this thing look as good as possible. So enough of me talking, it's time to go to work. Let's go. So I decided that this was a great stopping point to go ahead and start designing the islands, because I already know when I dig this thing all the way down, designing these islands is going to be one of the most treacherous tasks. So I'm just doing it now. So I'm gonna sort of follow the same design as the skeleton farm with how the cobblestone really drips down. Second episode and I still don't know how to put these into words. But if I can explain it, the best thing to do is really show y'all. So it's gonna be basically this design where it looks like it got pulled off the ground for every island. So without further ado, let's get to work again. Finally finished the design for the first floating island. And to be quite honest, I really kind of like the way it turned out. I'm gonna try to get a better view for y'all and for myself to really see how this looks. And I'm not gonna lie, once we repeat the same process for all the other islands, this thing's gonna look insanely cool. But before I do that, I wanna see how this thing looks when I put the stained glass. So like I said before, I'm using the same block scheme as I did in the skeleton farm because I really do like the way the stone and the glass look together. But like I said, I'm actually really excited to see the finished product. So with that excitement and motivation still in play, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other islands. Let's go. Boy, was I right, because this looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. But while I was working off camera, I really thought of a better idea for the middle. Instead of the middle being just one giant island like the rest of these, I kind of wanted to stand out. So instead of making it an island, I'm probably just gonna make it a blue glass planet. It's an idea that looks really good in my head, but I'm skeptical to know how it turns out. So I'm just gonna do it anyway, and yeah, so let's go. So this is really just a rough draft of what I want to do with the middle. But like I said before, I want it to be a blue planet, so I will eventually replace the stone with blue glass. I don't know why I said eventually, because I'm about to do that right now. Like, right now. Alright, I lied again. I'm gonna work on the bridges that connect the islands, and then I'm gonna replace the stone with glass. So let's go. Love the way the bridges turned out. I didn't want to go for an unnatural look, so I really just copied the same design I used on the islands. But now I could finally focus on replacing the stone with blue glass. So let's see how that turns out. But before I do that, I promise I'm not stalling. Just look how nice this looks. Way too many ideas are popping up in my head about this cave base, and this really is just the start of it. I'm just too excited. And if you're wondering how I get so much materials, since there's no known desert to me around this area, I'm pretty much forced to do stuff like this. So gathering materials isn't the funnest process, but anything to make my base look good, right? After not too long of a process, I finally finished replacing the stone with glass, and I must say, it looks way better than I thought in my head. I don't know, it's like no matter what angle you look at this thing, in my opinion, it just looks real good. Now to finish this episode up, I have to finish mining the floor all the way down to the ground. So I'll be right back as soon as I finish that. I can't even lie, y'all. This is probably the most impressed I've ever been with one of my builds. I just see this whole thing coming together very nicely. Under this little planet thing we have going on, after I mine everything down, I'm probably going to be putting a village under it. I don't know, I already can't wait to see how this cave turns out. Now with all this being done, that concludes episode 12. If you have any suggestions, please comment down below. Any ideas, it'll be really helpful. And I honestly love hearing y'all's feedback when it comes to our world. But with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next episode. See ya.